Hello and welcome to NS7. Okay, so this we're going to talking about in this video. We're going to be talking about a lot of real-world type problems. Maybe not problems, but issues that are going to come up in your life. Some of them probably already have, like this first one. Let's read the problem. A $300 TV goes on sale for 25% off. Find the amount of discount and find the sale price of the TV. All right, so I mean, you've already seen this. They've said, oh, 30% off everything in the store, or 20% off everything on clearance, or all that kind of stuff. So how do you do, one, find out what the final price is, what your savings is going to be if they don't tell you, because they don't always, especially on the clearance rack, and how do you figure out if they're doing it right? Because especially in a lot of clearance type stuff, people make mistakes. And even off that, even without the clearance stuff, people still make mistakes. So how are you going to make sure that you're being treated right? How you're getting the right price? First, you're going to figure out what your discount or savings is going to be. These terms you're seeing right here, discount and savings, when you see them in a word problem, you want to treat them the same. Okay, doesn't matter. Find the amount of discount or find the amount of savings. How much savings will you have or she have? It's all the same thing. All right, so how do you solve that? You're going to multiply your percent as a decimal. So here's your percent. It's always going to be in the problem. You're not going to make it up yourself. So twice to the left, and we get 0.25. All right, and then we have to multiply it by the cost. The cost is the cost of what you're buying, the price, okay? The original price. So let's go ahead and put that in there, 300. And when you multiply those two things, you will get a grand total of $75. Now that's not how much you're paying for this TV, okay? That is how much is being taken off of your $300. All right, that is how much money you are going to save if you buy this now as opposed to when it's not on sale. That's your discount or savings. All right, so cost versus minus discount, that is the formula to find out how much you're actually going to pay. What's going to show up on your receipt? So let's go ahead and look at the cost. So the cost is no different. Okay, $300. That's still the original cost. Cost means original price. So 300. And then we're going to subtract the discount or savings, which is that 75 that we found, for a grand total of 225. All right, and that's your final sale price. That's how much you'll actually end up paying. All right, let's try another problem. All right, so now we've got commission. Commission is how much you are actually going to make off of something that you sell. This is all about sales. So this is important for you to know. First of all, understand what it means if someone works on commission. That means they might get some low amount of salary, but really their real living is not going to come from that salary. It's that salary plus commission, meaning the more money they make for the company, the more money they get paid. The less money they make, the less money they get paid. And not like from year to year, like from day to day even. Because the more you sell, the more that percentage is going to mean something. The less you sell, the less it'll mean. So if you are being paid on commission, and you get 8% of everything you sell, you need to make sure that you're getting paid correctly at the end. Because it's not just like, oh, you get paid $8 an hour, I work 10 hours, so that's $80. No, it'll change. It'll change, and it can change from day to day, from week to week. Maybe not the percentage, but the math gets a lot more trickier, but not a whole lot more. Also, if you're an employer and you're trying to get your employees to sell stuff for you to make money off of things that you want to sell, but you want other people to sell for you. Like if you own the store, well, this is how you get your salespeople to work really hard and push hard to buy stuff or to sell stuff to you. For example, if you go to Best Buy, they're going to give you attention and they're going to try to sell you stuff, but they're not that worried if you don't. Like, they don't get bummed, they don't get sad if you walk away, because they don't make commission. Okay, yes, they want you to sell, and that might be watched a little bit by their employer, but they're not, it's not going to affect what they're going to be able to afford that month. As opposed to, say, if you're in a place like Macy's, well, the more they sell, the more they make. They're going to work you a lot harder to try to get you to buy something, especially a more expensive thing, because that's their bread, that's their dinner that night or that month, that week. So how do we figure out what these percentages mean when you're working on commission or you're paying someone commission? 8% off of $5,300 in sales. Okay, so when she sold $5,300 in electronics, you can erase electronics. Let's just ignore that word. She made $5,300 in sales. All right. So before we get that far, we need that percentage of decimal. So take that percent and let's make it into a decimal. And that's 0.08. You can look back in your older notes if you forget how to do that. Twice to the left, remember. And we multiply it by sales. Again, sales is how much she made here. How much she made. How much did she make for the company, not for herself? Because she doesn't get to take home that $5,300. We're trying to figure out how much she's actually going to take home. And then we're going to multiply. And when you multiply, you want to check NS3 if you forget how. I'm not going to spend more time showing you how. It's NS3. Look at your notes. Look at the video. $424 is your final answer. That is how much of that $5,300 Maria actually gets to take home that day or that month. So if her salary isn't very high, she needs to sell a lot more than $5,300 if she's going to continue to survive, because $424 a month is not very much if that's her only job. Thank you. I'll see you in class.